Feel good, yeah. I feel healthy, you know. The secret to traveling is just alcohol and drugs, you know. If you do enough of that, then you won't worry about the pain. So for tonight, since we're taping it, like I'm gonna try and just do what I normally do every other night in a comedy club. I'm not trying to overthink it or do any stuff like that, because in the past, when I record a taping, either A, I'm nervous, or B, I'm overthinking it, so then it makes me do something different. I think what will make it shine is if they see what I do every night. So if I try to make it as much as like every other night, they'll go, oh, that is something good. So that's what I'm trying.
Like, I'm not doing that flight again this year. It's exhausting. I almost die every year. These people are already going south.
I'm daily inspired while co-jealous. I'm jealous and inspired every day by all the people in my business. So I'm like obsessed with it. It's the only group I've ever had. I'm a straight white guy. We don't have a lot of groups. So being a comedian is the one thing that I am very group about. I consider it a church. These are the churches. We're the people, you know, of the what? These are the worshipers, and then the gods are like the priors and the. So it's kind of like that, and we go from church to church, doing our gospel.
They would have murdered him. They'd have been arrested. The judge would have been some old white bigot. He'd be like, well, they had to kill him. He's wearing a dress.
This will be my 15th year. I always think I wanted to be a pro athlete. And it's like, well, when you're 30-something, they start calling you old, and you don't get to be a pro athlete no more, and then you start going, I don't know what my group is. I guess I'll start a family or something, you know? With comedy, I get to do this forever. You know, Don Rickles performed like the same day before he died. So it's cool to feel like you forever have this community. And in your 30s, you're considered like young in this business. So it's kind of more of, that's I guess why I want to use the metaphor of like a church, because it does feel like a religion more than a profession to me. If religion didn't have that bad stigma nowadays, it's like a good religion.
I'm like, oh, really? Well, if you ask me, you're about to increase kidnapping, because I'm going to go find a fucking kid to get in here.
I mean, this club's just always paid good money to have the best comics, but then also did attract that Florentine, Greg Giraldo, like that kind of type of comic. So it got that reputation based on those phenomenal comics that come through the stage, which makes everyone down go, we want to work on that stage. So that's what I think. I don't know if that's accurate, but I've always looked up to this club as far as like, oh, to do the Philly Helium is like a big deal. And it still feels great when you see that booking come through. You go, oh, yeah, I get to go back to the Philadelphia Helium. You haven't had any shit comedians yet? You haven't talked to anybody? That's great.
We are bad.
Well, that's why we're at Helium. That's the thing. Got to go to LA. You'll meet some.
No doubt, dude. All right.